here on the court, a few moments before tonight's game, we have both rookies in tonight's matchup. We have Ray Bitton. Ray, come on in, picture over here, and Joe Mashani. Joe, first question I have for you. I know you don't want to speak, but last week you didn't get much burn. Did you talk it over with Bitton? Did you talk it over? What is your role going into tonight's matchup?
We spoke about it, but bottom line, it's whatever it takes to win. And last week, me sitting on the bench was between us winning, and we brought home the win. And now we're going to do it again. We'll see what works best, and we're going to go through with that. Whatever I'm put up for the task, I'm ready to take on.
Whatever he's asked to do, he's going to do, and that's the winning mentality you want, especially from a first-year player. And now here, speaking of first-year players, one making an impact, we're here with Ray Bitton. Ray, the last few weeks in the postseason, you've been nothing short of spectacular. You've been doing all they've been asking you to do. You've been that second, third scorer that's actually being the difference maker. We know Bitton's going to do his thing. We know that Gorgian's going to do his thing. But when Ray Bitton comes and shows up, and hits that outside jumper, all bets are off Ray. What's your mentality as a rookie going into the biggest game of your career? And do you have any matchup assignments tonight? Like, what's going on?
We have Bobby going to shut down Goliath. We just got to be defensive beasts, grabbing boards, pushing, hitting our shots, playing smart. It's just time to let the big dogs eat.
All right, you heard it here first. The rookie Ray Bitton putting himself up there, putting his name out there, putting the league on notice going into next season. Let's see how that shakes out. But tonight is the most important night of your career, and I wish you lots of luck. We're here with Sammy Shama outside the gym a few moments before the finals. As we heard before, Nasseri will be draped all over you defensively. Listen, they're going to be relying on you tonight to knock down that open shot from the outside. You have been efficient over the last few weeks, but I think tonight, just the way the matchup's going to be playing out, they're going to need a little more offense out of you, Sam. Is that going to be part of the game plan? We all know you come defensively. We know you hustle. We know you board. We know you're, that scrappy guy. But will you take that step tonight offensively to give your team that opportunity? And is that your mentality? Is that what you're trying to do?
I'll always do what my team needs me to do. I'm here to play the role that the game needs and whatever that specific play needs. If it's shooting, then I'll look to shoot more. If it's to play better D, I'll play better D. I'm actually looking forward to battling with Nasseri one-on-one. He's got a strong left. He hits tough shots even when you play good defense. So I know it's going to be a tough fight. If we hold him back, I think it's a key component to winning the game.
I mean, the question is which Al Nasseri will show up tonight? The one that drives to the basket at will with that Euro step, or the one that's been spotting up from the outside over the last month or so, protecting that ankle? So, I mean, that's going to make a big difference on your defensive assignment. If he's going to be blowing to the hole all night, then that's just going to be, you're going to be more in the paint. You're going to be more involved together next to Michael Mann also with the ball if he does that. So, truth is, I'm not sure. He claims he's going to be driving to the hole tonight, but...
So I'm gonna look to make Al drive to the hole. I know I got Sam down low for help, and me and Sam work very well with the help type of defense that we do. So really, I'm going over every screen. We'll tell you from now, I'm going over every screen. If he wants to go to the hole, I got Sam to help, but he's not gonna. My goal is to make sure he doesn't get any shots off. I gotta go. Gotta get ready for the game.
All right, there it is, live. Sammy Shama with the killer mentality going into the championship matchup.
I want to thank Sam for a great season of awesome recording.
Love you. Thank you. We're here with Captain Sam Bitton. We're here moments before the championship game. You finally got here. It was not an easy route for the first time in I don't know how many seasons. You didn't have the bye. So you guys had to earn it, and you had to claw and scrap. And last week was not an easy game. You pulled it out. And it's funny, you look at your team last week after reviewing the game tape. There really was no one that stood out that had a lights-out performance. I mean, the week before, you could say Jonah was great, you were great, but last week was one of those games that, it makes you think. If nobody's clicking on all cylinders and you're still pulling out a game like that, you guys definitely got a shot tonight, and I know you're confident. I mean, last week against Gwindy wasn't easy, but this week ain't going to be any easier. What's your take on going into the tonight and versus Michael Mann? I believe he beat you guys both times in the regular season this year, one via blowout, one via close game. What makes tonight different, and how are you going to change that?
Yeah, 100%. Last week was not one player stood out, but I think every player stood out. The most important thing from last week, we were down 12, maybe 7 minutes into the game. we didn't even call a timeout. We just spoke to each other, kept composure, and knew what we needed to do to get the win. And I hope no one stands out tonight.
Right.
I hope that every single one of us comes out to play.
Right. If all you guys, that's the team ball that you guys need to play. I mean, if you're playing ISO Jonah, I don't think that benefits you tonight. If you're playing ISO you, it doesn't benefit you tonight. And if you're sitting there spotting up for outside shots all night, I think that's going to be, a terrible thing for your squad.
Unless it goes in.
Unless it goes in all the time. But listen, the emergence of Ray Bitesh has been a tremendous storyline.
Yeah.
And listen, him being that third scorer on your team, to me, has been the difference of why you guys where you are right now, because everyone plays their role exactly what they're supposed to do. I mean, Jonah's been stepping it up here in the postseason. You're doing your thing like you always do. But that rookie shining has, to me, and you can tell me if you agree with that or not, has been that little X factor for your squad.
100%, yeah. Jonah and I come out to play, and a lot of times we get doubled and we need someone to make them pay. And I have a little prediction for tonight. Prediction is Joey Mishani's going to come out the ball tonight.
So that was the question I had going. The next question, the final question I had for you. Last week, Mishani didn't get any burn. What was the reason for that, and why tonight? Biggest game of the year, the spotlight is on. You're giving him the ball, the rookie, after he didn't play much last week in the semifinals.
Yeah, every team has different matchups. Before the game last week, it wasn't anything he did wrong. Before the game last week, I spoke to Mishani, I speak to all the guys, we do scouting, and I said, look, looking at the tape from the year and looking at the matchups and the size, it's not the greatest matchup for you, but tonight, he played awesome against him the last time we matched up against him. He guarded the series great, gave us some shots, gave us some looks, and last game we played against them with 5 minutes left. We found out that winning one in our game didn't matter. I'm not going to say that we weren't trying it.
But you were somewhat scoreboard watching.
Not scoreboard watching, but I did tell my team, and you could ask them this, that look, this game doesn't matter. Let's try out different defenses for playoff purposes, and let's scout a little bit more. And we did, and those defenses didn't work. So we won't do those tonight. But we know what we need to do to be on to be beating them.
All right, so bottom line is predictions for me tonight. You gotta go against my grain. I think you guys are going to be close, but they're going to pull it out because I don't think you guys are going to stop Michael Mann. But however, if Sofer can slow him down just a little bit and gives you guys an opportunity down the stretch, and you're within a few buckets down the stretch, then I see you guys winning this game. But just the way I see it, if Michael Mann is doing what Michael Mann does, it's going to be almost near impossible to win a game like this. But listen, you're going to prove me wrong. You're going to prove everyone wrong. He is the number one seed.
He is.
And he is the team to beat at this point.
He is.
And I wish you all the luck in the world. It's not going to be easy.
As good as Sofer is, we're relying on him heavy, but it's not just his job to stop Mike Mann. It's
a team defensive effort for sure.
He's going to get doubled a lot tonight. And let's see if someone else could beat us.
I hear you. All right, good luck tonight, Sam.
Thank you, Sam.